Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Rule the Waves 2 as Germany, episode number 11. So this is, we're jumping back into, this is the second part of this fleet battle with the Russians, which I think we were off to a pretty decent start. We have one ship sinking. Unfortunately, I had to step away at the end of the last recording, so this is not consecutive, which means I won't have all the information that, it's really nice to kind of keep along with in your brain. Minor things like how many ships have taken how many hits. So those things are nice to remember, but we'll just have to basically start with a clean slate. And I guess the log now transfers over. It didn't used to. So if we were really... Couldn't you double click and go to these guys? No, it doesn't work from here. But anyway, I wanted to say that since I'm one episode ahead right now, like I already posted episode 9, and I recorded episode 10, obviously. The last episode has been recorded, but I haven't posted it yet, and I'm already recording episode 11. So essentially there's a 1 episode lag between when I record them and when I post them. So I'll be posting episode 10 probably after I record this, basically, episode 11. But I've seen the reactions to the peace treaty, which went off in episode 9, and I would say rightfully so. People are more or less inflamed by the really terrible agreement, and I don't think it's a bug in the game. It probably is a peace agreement which should have a very, very, very low chance of firing. It doesn't make... Okay, it's nonsense, obviously. I mean, in real life, you wouldn't see the situation where Germany would eliminate the majority of the Royal Navy, which is the biggest threat from... I mean, Great Britain's thrived. You can even see that the doctrine at the time from Great Britain was we thrive completely, we rely entirely on our Navy to protect us. So the moment that Germany would see the weakness from Great Britain, obviously they would not just back down. But the Kaiser was kind of a weird guy. Maybe we can just abstract it in that way or role play it somehow, that he drank too much and signed an agreement. I don't know. Who knows? There's still like plenty of people in the diplomatic corps that would not have allowed that to happen, I think. But anyway, so having had that happen, I had a surprising number of comments which actually were saying, go back and save scum, load the game, don't let that be the end of the war. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm not going to do that. Obviously, we're already too far ahead now, but what I might do instead is give us back the Bismarck Archipelago just by editing the game files, giving control back to me. And then on top of that, I might also try to go to war with Great Britain before they can recover their massive fleet. I mean, they're already up to 6, which is insane. Yeah, so when these all build, they're going to be very difficult to deal with, which I already, just looking at this screen, I'm already horrified. We've given them basically 12 months too long, and they're already starting to... They were at 0, and now they're at 6 at 128, which means these are around 22,000 or so each. Around 21,000 each. So those are good ships. Remember the 14-inch... What was the class? I can't remember. The Anson. The Anson class itself was like 18 or 19,000 tons. So those are all better Ansons. So we're going to have a hell of a time dealing with that, unfortunately. Anyway, enough said. Let's get into the battle again. And it's going to take a little while for me to remember what the hell is going on here. But looks like I'm trying to drive into these guys... Song Kaiser took a torpedo, if I'm not mistaken. No. Why is the Song Kaiser... Critical hit. 4 heavy hits, but very light damage overall. Has full speed capabilities. Oh, she's reattaching. Okay, so she has that. This is a weird bug that happens only when they're reattaching. Okay, good. So, the Retfison is not in good shape. She only has 18. She's only 18 knots on a good day. Probably a lot less than that now. And I think, yeah, I was gonna say I think we've actually hit this other one with our Svesen. No, Otto von Grobe. Otto der Grobe. Grobe. I don't know how to pronounce that B. Might be a little challenging for us to be moving into the line like this, as in we might end up paying a stiff price for it. Let's get our... Let's see, who do we want our light cruisers to work on? We really want to eliminate their dreadnoughts first. Okay, unidentified ship is hit. It's funny because you very rarely actually target an unidentified ship. Maybe this is something which has changed in this patch. And this represent, although it's taking a lot of hits, is not laying down its arms. It's returning fire. Okay, and we just have to be a little bit careful about torpedoes, so that's why I'm going to pull us back. This will be difficult if I have to keep scrolling up every turn. So we're ahead of these guys, which means I don't mind. We can just blast them as much as we want, really. Because they won't be able to leap. They just don't have a solution for us torpedo-wise, I'm sure. And I'm pretty happy about this as well, just cruising out of the way of these other ships, protecting us from torpedoes mainly. We have identified this one. Yeah, these are, again, not legacy ships. These are built in the 1900s. So, although I do want to move back away because I want to give our light cruisers a chance to open fire, as in fire their torpedoes. I suspect that they can't right now because of friendly units in line of fire. Which is a pretty fair complaint. I'm going to send the armored cruisers south as well. We'll have like a meetup over here. And maybe that, I mean, the Sancta Kaiser might be the one getting in the way of all this now, but Seidler, yeah, this poor Seidler's taking a lot of fire, unfortunately. Let's open this up a little bit more. Turret disabled, engine room hit, splinters perforate uptakes. Oh, the Karsh is not in good shape. Let's actually detach her and send her off to the north, to the west-northwest. What is her situation? No flooding, at least right now. Yeah, let's just get on out of here. There they are. Man, right behind us. Not really the ideal time for our battleships to be going north. 6-inch guns blasting this one. Also 12-inch guns. Have you prepared a solution yet? No. Still not too surprising, actually, because of Song Kaiser. So, I guess we'll just move with them. Try to retain a little bit of time. These guys might actually be able to launch torpedoes cutting back across. Can you? Yes! Somebody can launch torpedoes. Fantastic. They're so close, I'm kind of hoping it'll be a hit. Destroyers, not what we wanted to see, so yeah, we'll cut back this way. Oh, missed it. This is a bad situation, one of those situations where it very easily could have some collisions, which we don't want, but... Ah, Karsh is just down. Wow, really kind of surprised she was hit by a torpedo there, but fair enough. We're about to have an opportunity to launch torpedoes ourselves. In fact, to make sure that this happens the way I want it, I'm going to go to line abreast. And hopefully that means that we'll have an opportunity to hit. I don't know how to deal with this situation. Move this way, I guess. These guys move this way. Okay, tell me you have a shot. Whoops. That's not who I wanted. Darn it. I forgot these guys don't have torpedoes, but it's probably still best that they did do this maneuver for at least the first moment, because I'm sure we're going to be taking torpedo fire. Yeah, so it's good that we're at least destroying their destroyers. Okay, let's... Yeah, okay, let's be very careful about these engagements. Still hitting the ones we want. Launching off a bunch of torpedoes as well. 2 more. Wait, who's the one? Oh, good. So it's now an unidentified ship, but 2 of those, especially with the fact that this ship is obviously in dire condition. We'll continue pushing out of this area just because I'm very worried about torpedoes still. What do we have? We have... Do you have any on this side? I don't even know if you have any on this side. Let me see. No. Starboard are both reloading, so we're going to have to spin around and use our port side. Wait. This is correct, right? Yeah, they're both on the port side. So yeah, we're going to have to spin around to use our port sides, but really it's probably all the torpedoes we need to launch and hit. We've already launched and hit. Is this guy going to survive? I don't know. That's the one question mark that, you know, we would rather know. Okay, that doesn't look good. We'll probably do another turn away. Just to prevent that from hitting us. These guys are looking good. Otherwise, this group is looking good. Okay, let's push forward. Oh wow, Denison's getting raked here. Let's go up to just get him out of the way. Basically, just as fast as possible. It was a good turn away from these battleships, and they just sank those immediately as well. Perfect. That's what we're hoping for. Like, as soon as they come into range, just swat them out of the sky before they can do anything. I think this is the Dreadnought, is it not? Let's try to save... It's kind of weird to have your Dreadnought screening your light cruisers. But that's kind of the situation we're in right now. One big pocket of ships. Just trying to maintain speed. And, yeah. Mostly trying to avoid torpedoes. So we want to take some... We want to aggressively move away. Wow, what light cruiser is this again pummeled? Also, because they are there, we're going to turn this way. Make sure that we're not getting hit. Did we have any torpedoes hit against us? I don't remember. Battleships are a little more expendable, so we'll send them in first as the recon element. Even more so than my light cruisers? Maybe, I don't know. That's hard to say. Alright, let's go find where they are now. There's the unknown ship. So destroyers. Oh my god, the whole frickin' fleet. Well, the good news is our dreadnoughts are not in a troubling position. The bad news is our battleships are. If they can avoid this, if they can make this run without suffering any torpedo hits, well, we'll do some fancy footwork here. But I will be very surprised. I mean, we're almost hitting our own forces, for crying out loud. Light cruisers are getting the job done, that's nice. And it's actually pretty good to see that they are clumped up here. I'm just so angry. I'm such an angry person after this. Whoa! My goodness, that's a lot of destroyers. Oh god, I mean, you knew it had to happen, right? So we need you to keep going south. You to... Wow, where do you even go? I guess I'll pull it out to the west in the same direction our battleships are going to go. Guess everyone will go that way. I mean, the good news is we are going to sink a lot of destroyers in this whole process. Okay, hitting them with 12-inch guns is just unfair. 6-inch guns probably enough to kill them. 9-inch guns also just lots of damage going down. These are very light ships, very small. So we'll just kind of circle the... We're just like herding sheep right now. And that's probably a sunk vessel. Not yet, apparently, but obviously it looks good. We've put quite a few things into her. Denison's launching torpedoes at what? The Gryden, I guess? It's crazy. It's absolute madness. It's every man for himself. So let's get these to continue their turn away. That destroyer's already sunk. Now, what is your flooding situation? I think we can save you. So that will be my number one goal. I feel like we're being chased. We're going to have the dreadnoughts once again pull security for the light cruisers. Very weird combination of It's not normally how you'd want to do it. Let's get the Carcinus out of there. If those are armored cruisers, they are really taking it to us. And we'll prepare our battleships as the escort for those guys. Okay. Dreadnoughts pull back a little bit more. Yeah, so we're just sinking things left and right here. Alright, let's get these guys to go back to line ahead. And I think we're just going to escort our way out of here. We have done a lot of damage, but there's so many escorts. It's not a good situation for our... What happened to the Mosul? You're just stopped, but you don't have to be. No, you do have to be. Oh my god. What happened, buddy? Anyway, where's the one that we want here? Yeah, this is the one. So we're going to take her down to 8 knots, and then I'm going to turn everyone else back so that we can protect her. Oh god, they're after her. Well, that's going to be a torpedo in it. I don't know why. Was her power out? I didn't actually see. Did she lose? Engine room hit. I mean, I guess it was a 12-inch shell to her engine room. that could do it. Could be a problem. So that's probably the reason. Actually, the armor cruisers here are actually in closer position to circle back. Oh god, she reattached. Shoot. This is one way to get your ships killed, is just have them reattach. Ask me. You can ask me. I'm an expert on that. Yeah, we'll try to come back and help her. Sometimes it is nice to leave them on AI control because they will automatically speed up from no speed at all on their own. If every turn we do this, we're still fine. Turn away. This is perfect, by the way. Okay, we're coming back. Coming back. Oh, good. We can go at night. That's actually quite nice. Oh, this is their dreadnoughts as well. So this is weird. I mean, hopefully we can return the favor here. I don't know why I'm so focused on that. There's other stuff to be worried about. She might reattach as well. Probably will. We're hitting... Yes, good. We're out. 6-inch guns, not the ideal. Ah, yes. Our old nemesis, the destroyer. Oh, we're gonna sink it, but... I have to say how nervous I am. Carcinus. Carcinus? Oh god. No. We're not gonna have any of these left to convert to light carriers. They're just very soon here, not gonna have any of them left. Come on, Königseike. You're the only one. You are the one, the chosen one. Yeah. Well, we got lucky with the dreadnoughts. They didn't take any torpedoes, so I guess we'll take that. I guess her rudder is jammed or something. She's not responding to any orders. Yeah, you might actually make it out. So we'll get the... Whoops. We'll get the CL to help out. I mean, sorry, we'll get the battleships to help out with that one. And now it's the light cruisers. Yeah, this guy's just going to go down. 520, my god. Is he still taking hits or something? Is usually the case when they're... By the way, Mosul, do you have any torpedoes? Because it would be a very good time for you to have them. Port side, of course, not the side that they've chosen to go. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. I thought this was the enemy right on top of us. So let's get these guys back to line ahead. Not particularly good to be leading a target, which is basically just a death wish. Ah. BC. Okay, let's see how bad the damage is. Man, this is just as... Well, I mean... This is kind of a nice thing to show. I recently did a Japanese campaign. Look at the... I told you so is never a good reason to experiment with an option. But everyone was saying, why didn't you go back in with your battleships? I'm kind of demonstrating for here in this video exactly why you would not want to go back in with your battleships. I think we're going to survive this, but we're just taking a lot of unnecessary damage we probably could have gotten out. I know better, but I'm just so susceptible to peer pressure. So, I mean, in that Japanese one, a few of the dreadnoughts that we faced, a few of the I mean, they're full-on battleships at that point. A few of them just come to a stop. I don't think you're going to make it, but a few of them survived with like after 4 torpedo hits and stuff. So it was kind of brutal, and there was a lot of people saying, "Oh, you should have gone back in." So I don't think that you should go back in. That's like ultimately what I would say. Don't go back in. Mosul's probably not gonna make it. Yeah, she's still dead in the water. Carson is sinking, so you're the last hope. It's flooding on 21. I think we should be able to manage her, get her out of there at least. So at this point, it's just a game of keeping the ones that we have left alive. That is not good. And they're actually still swarming out there. Okay, yeah, Mosul, she was a lost cause, unfortunately. Actually, I was gonna say I actually need to be careful about doing this because she will get pulled back in. So the dreadnoughts themselves cannot form, are not allowed to be here protecting. We'll swap. You guys will go up, battleships will come down so that she doesn't keep trying to reattach to us. Let's take a look again. 4, good, that's what I like to see. 163, not great yet. Okay, good. Now we can be a little bit more conservative. Go down to 10 maybe. Okay, good. And these guys will keep up their speed just to patrol. She's limiting flooding. Good to see. All right. Looks like she's going to be okay. Coming back in for other passes. This is a solo DD? Oh. Isn't she already sinking? Yeah. She's avoiding torpedoes, though. So I'm okay to go in. If it's just solo destroyers. Ah! What do we have here? Yeah, we're actually sinking. This might be something which is not sinking yet. Hitting it with the... Oh yeah, all the good stuff. Wait, weren't we supposed to be protecting that Sankt Kaiser? Yes, I believe so. Let's go back and do that. I think it was an okay idea to just chase off the scavengers. Should be using our light cruisers. We need a new light cruiser anyway, so it's another... Yeah, there goes the Carsoness. Okay, so now it's just waiting for the, everything to end. Getting our wounded foes out. By the way, we still have a bombardment target. Not that it really matters, but should we, if we so wanted, and I guess, you know what, we do. We're going to go back over and try to... Let's get you to defend this, you will defend this, and my battleships are going to go over and try to work on this bombardment target. So we lost a fair amount here. If we keep one of our armored cruisers alive, that'd be nice. We lost 2 light cruisers, 2 armored cruisers. And I guess that's it. So we're kind of counting ourselves lucky that it wasn't worse than it could have been. Our battleships are doing fine. Still steaming along. Let's go down to cruise speed just to preserve the possible necessity of trying to get out of there. I would say the Russians gave us a very fair fight. Wow. No range, huh? Okay, well, let's patrol until dawn, which is going to be a long time. Okay. Alright, well, we'll just do this, I guess. Oh, wait, what? They're actually here. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. Okay, so you head south. What's your flooding at? 2. That's not good. You really ought to control that flooding. But I need the light cruisers back. So Song Kaiser, I hope your flooding is 4. Fuck. They're far enough away, I'm just going to bring them to a halt. And I'm going to bring all my battle-worthy vessels back. Pick up the speed as well. Seems like an important enough occasion. That should be outrunning the torpedoes. So how are we going to want to do this? We're going to want to approach from an angle. Like this, I think. Okay. Whoa! Holy cow. Have they already launched all their torpedoes? That's one thing we can hope for, I guess. We're gonna be able to hit them from the top. Okay, this is good news. Certainly good news. We're immediately hitting them. That's great. So we actually don't want to worry about the bombardment target with these guys in sight. Make all speed. All speed return. Come on, please control that flooding. So I guess we're just going to get out of here. You know what? I've actually decided this is not worth it. The faster this ends, the sooner we can just end the episode, end the battle, and hopefully the flooding doesn't kill us. Wow. Wow, there's a lot of damage, though. 15,000 tons. This is a legacy one. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. We think it's a battle cruiser suddenly. That's a lot of damage. Wonderful amount of damage. Terrible amount of damage for them. So we will just flee as fast as we possibly can. Just try to preserve... Yep, we're 10 minutes overdue. Just get out of here. Now, should they pursue, we will fight them. Okay. No losses. Okay, good. So we lost 2. This is cut it close, but they lost all 3 of their dreadnoughts. They lost 1 of their battleships, 1 armored cruiser, 1 light cruiser, 6 destroyers. So we lost 2 light cruisers, 2 armored cruisers. Yeah, this is obviously a huge victory, and we can expect that the diplomatic corps will throw this away as well. I don't know if we want to look at the results. So the Pervinets did not make it. This is the last one that we just started blasting. She was sinking because of super... Wow, we actually did enough structure damage to her to... So this is one way that you can win battles, just by making the superstructure Swiss cheese. It is possible. Whew. Alright, so this is a good start. We're blockading them. That's another good start. We have our invasion planned. And we do have a force majority there. Yep, 32-0. It's quite good. So I think that we just sit on our hands here and don't do anything. We have 3 Gneisenau's coming out eventually. We have these Oppenheim destroyers. 5 more months until they're ready. And they have 5 ASW, which is fantastic for a 900-ton ship. We didn't even put K-guns on it or anything, so... Oh, what the? Gneisenau's commissioned. Fantastic. Couldn't come at a better time, considering we are desperately in need of armored cruisers and battle cruisers. Heavy cruisers, basically. Any heavy cruiser, we need it. I'm going to decline the destroyer action. I have no destroyers. Yes, I will accept this, because they don't have any people. Okay, they're like, no, sorry, Tortuga, you have to fight this. Well, hey, if it's a destroyer engagement and we're bringing light cruisers into the fight, I can handle that. I guess I'm okay with this, after all. Pretty sure that they're just going to run right back into port, but just in case. Oh. What kind of destroyer engagement is this? Never mind, we're going to run right back to port. We're supposed to sink 2 ships, but the only 2 ships I can foresee sinking are ours. So instead we're going to run away. Wait. Okay, this is interesting. Only 1 is pursuing? I know you may think I'm crazy, but can we take 1 by ourselves? Is it that 1 gun, the 2 total 9-inch guns? We might be able to overwhelm it. And we're preserving a little bit of our engine speed here. I mean, our engine endurance. Okay, let's do this. Wait for her to catch. I really just want to know what class she is. Please identify her again. You already did. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh, wow. 8 6-inch guns per side. That armor... Okay, so I'm going to stick to my original assessment and say that we shouldn't fight her. What I'm going to do actually is... Yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Once she is gone, I'm going to head north and try to fish around for a merchant ship over there. If we get lucky, that's great. She's stubborn. Okay, got on cruise. Even better at night. Just gonna try to get lucky and pick off something over here. Okay, well, we didn't find what we were looking for. We were, yeah, not close enough. So it'll be a victory for them, but should be a really minor victory. Yeah. Alright, 33 minutes into the video. Well, or at least we're blockading them. That's going to be the good news. We should also be invading. Like, did you see how quick the British were able to invade my thing and take it? Director firing. Wow. That's a big development. Ah, fleet battle. I don't even know. What are they going to fight with? Alright, I guess. Please not at night. Thank you. Look at it. I think we have more dreadnoughts than they have big ships. Anyway, we are going to be very careful with our last remaining armored cruiser. This is a fleet battle, so I think we're supposed to automatically... Oh, yep, we have control. Good. Interesting. So, take you off AI control, cruise, AI control, cruise. Yeah, we'll just cruise. Light cruisers. They're also going to cruise. True to their name, but I'm just going to get them into the formation I want them right away. We'll have them step up to 20 knots just until we get this, you know, get them where we want to go. Okay, there's the unknown ship sighted. Up to 20 knots, just so we can start figuring out what they are, what we're dealing with here. If I can, I'd be happy not to change my line at all. Just drive north. Sadly, they have an advantage in terms of armored cruisers because we've been a little bit reckless with ours. So the nearest port is actually, it favors us, this... Okay, we're going to go due north because it looks fun. Due north. Battle line's going due north. I kind of want to push, excuse me, I want to push their line a little bit west so that they come back to the east on me, which will maybe give us the wind advantage. Oh, interesting. That's a hell. Look, it just opened fire and the first volley. And it didn't just straddle, it freaking hit. Now this is why we don't need to worry about Russian armored cruisers. They have 4 6-inch guns. This I could have taken. This I could have taken with my light cruisers. They would have actually outgunned them in terms of 6-inch guns. Or guns in general. Still, it's 9,000 tons, which is a lot of armor. But if they're old enough, that wouldn't matter too much either. Gonna keep these light cruisers, well, I want to keep this light cruiser actually with the group. We need something against their escorts. Oops, kind of misjudged you. There we go. Alright, our line is moving perfectly. Let's get everyone back where we want them. Which is back in line. And actually, you guys, we need you leading. Not sure what these guys are going to do here. With their 6-inch guns, not much, I would say. They have so many armored cruisers. Man. Looking familiar? Oh, they have one with 4 10-inch guns. That's something respectable. Almost surprising. Alright, so how's this going to work? I don't know. This is actually a huge fleet battle. Despite the fact that we have like no escorts, our 80% of our fleet is just capital ships. That's how we do it in Germany. Who cares about the small fries? Let's just get right to the good stuff. Their line is probably wisely turning away. Gonna try to thread the needle, put my light cruisers through there. Down to 20 knots. You're gonna bring up the rear so you can start slowing down to 18. I'm not even concerned with what's going on, frankly, because it's probably going to be just total decimation. The main thing is what's going to happen up here. So they are doing the wise thing. They're trying to get east of us, which is pretty understandable. I didn't hit pause. I didn't hit spacebar. What is going on? Wow, that was weird. I think the game is somehow getting confused commands from the keyboard or something, because that's what happens if you control click, which I am nowhere near. I think that they're just straight turning tail and running. This is obviously a misidentification. This is actually an Imperator Piotr Veliki. Okay, add Russian to the list of languages I don't know how to pronounce correctly, but you get the point. Are they something to fear? 18 knots, 15,000 tons, 12-inch guns. I mean, they can do some damage. They're very scary to armored cruisers. I think they don't match up very well against our dreadnoughts. What do I want to do about it, though, is the bigger question. That is a good question, too. I'm just going to let this run for a little bit. I haven't made up my mind what I want to do. We're still hitting things. Actually doing a lot of damage. We're gonna have to make a decision very soon here. Just kind of just creeping into range. So many destroyers. Alright, I hit spacebar. Time to make a decision here. So what's torpedo range? 2.5. Let's call it 3 just in case. They're already in torpedo range, for crying out loud. We just waltzed right into range. Yeah, but that's how confident we are in our success. Let's not be overconfident. The main thing I want to do is make sure we avoid these destroyers. I do want to end this war, though. I mean, we just need to take out any number of ships and we can win the war. I almost feel like I should be pushing west right now since their escorts are moving east. No, they're turning back. Okay, this is okay. We're just going to have a weird line thing where we turn, they turn, and then we'll have to... we'll probably be like pushing away from contact for a little bit. Pushing out of contact. And then we'll come back into contact at some point. But this is a good angle for us, so... Especially if we can hit destroyers and stuff. I'd almost prefer we're hitting destroyers. Okay, straighten the line. Both bend and turn and serpentine the line, basically. Yeah, so this is good. If I can try to keep my form here. It's not easy. We'll do our best. We're getting perfect broadsides, though. This is not... I would say that we've outmaneuvered them very well so far. My armored cruiser. Not my armored cruiser. You should have been pulling back a little bit. And again, we're not going beyond... we're not pushing our engines. We're just on cruise right now. Just on cruise control. Still, I think that's important. We're gaining the wind side as well. They didn't have to let us get that, but they did. Now the interesting thing will be that now that it's getting dark, I can't believe it's getting dark at 2, but what time is it? Yeah, it's December, so okay, not so surprising. We've already sank some ships. What's our objective? Just to fight? Yeah. That's always nice when they just give you the orders to fight. We've done a significant amount of damage, though. I mean, I think we've already done some real decent work here. And now they're going to have to come back at us to try to return fire. It's just very, very misplayed by the Russians, I would say. I don't know if the AI is intentionally stupid as the Russians, but... I mean, their navy was... Until the Cold War, was just notoriously bad. You should have seen them at in the Japanese War. They did not do well. And this is just brutal. We're landing hits. I don't think we're going to sink anything because I'm not even interested. It's like too big of a risk. I guess we can curl over the top. This would be kind of exciting. See what comes of this maneuver. Trying to get some spacing there. There we go. You. Pretty good line. Oops, not you. That's what I wanted. we're still just rocking these guys. I don't understand it, actually. I don't really understand it. Be nice also, whoops, I misclicked someone. Be nice also to, whoops. Let's go down to cruise, so I don't know. I guess it really doesn't matter, but. Alright, up to squad max we go. Let's try to really bring it to these guys now. We have this one isolated. Armored cruisers. Maybe I detach. We give the wave the flag. Celestian, you're now in charge of the second line, which will be the battleship group. And Denizen will go with you. You guys are in charge of the armored cruisers. Your idea, I mean, the idea here is just to take a few of these armored cruisers out. There are plenty of them, so we know we did some damage to them already. I'd like to maybe get a confirmed kill. Still 3.6 nautical miles away, so I'm hoping that we can destroy her before she gets within torpedo range. We're going to need to kick back a little bit. Is the sea state affecting us? No. So we're actually at 20 knots. The funny thing is we don't seem to be distancing ourselves at all from the 2nd Division, which is only at 16 knots, allegedly. So there's some math issues here, but aside from that, still just tons of damage landing. I'm guessing that the Russian fleet is just not very, it has very poor quality. Alright, so darkness has come, darkness has fallen. I'm still okay, I think, to push over the top. This is obviously much more risky. Gonna get my armored cruisers to maximum. That'll be the best thing for me to do, is just try to lead with my light cruisers right now. And we do have this battleship group as semi a screening force. It's weird to have battleships as a screening force, but the dreadnoughts must be protected. They can't go any further west either, so. Oh, there we go. Okay, so they have destroyers, which means that thing's dead, by the way. I'm not worried about it. It's still going. Alright, well, we're gonna have to react then. Annoyingly. Too little, too late, probably. Mecklenburg, how you doing? 59. Okay, so it wasn't that bad. We're just gonna pull off north. We're gonna go around this point. That's fine. Max speed, everyone. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, the Celestian, yeah, the Wittelsbach maybe is the one who pursues. Okay, good. We are at least going to punish her for her transgressions. This is not an armored cruiser, by the way. Get the light cruisers to... There it is. It's dead now. And we'll just push up. I don't even know if we need to detach. Do we need to detach? Where is she? Mecklenburg looks like she's detaching basically on her own. We don't want the situation where she floods further. So we're going to get her down to 7. Just going to hope that that's enough. We'll let the rest of her group just charge out of sight so she doesn't reattach. We'll be using the Wittelsbach, the second group. I mean, we can just... I think it's fine if we just abandon this battle. We did a lot of damage. We're not going to sink any ships, I'm pretty sure, but... Except for the ones that we already sank, right? Just leave some escorting cruisers behind. Push this up to fast. And we'll call this video to a close as soon as we finish this. Go on. Go this way. Yeah, so as soon as we make it around the bend here, down to cruise speed, we're going to cruise back home. Cruise this way, cruise. What in dear God? One of ours, he's gone rogue. Okay, cruise this way. Cruise this way. It's fine, just cruise. Well, the Mecklenburg is going to be fine, right? Yeah, she's already stopped her flooding. Good. Now 6. Speed up. Let the battle end. Oops. Got him. Alright. So this was a good episode. And if I can just end at the end of this, I can... What was the thing I was going to do off camera? There was something I was going to do off camera. I can't remember what it was. Oh, add air bases. That's right. I wanted to add air bases to everything. These guys are going really fast. Whoops. It's the one that got away, the one I didn't slow down. Alright, hooray! So, we actually sank 3 destroyers. It's a minor victory. And not too surprising. It's just normal stuff, right? We're getting tons of prestige, though, which is actually kind of nice to build up a reserve of that, because our actions otherwise might not... What the heck is going on? How have we not already forced an invasion here? We have... Okay, well... We need more ships over there, I guess. We're already blockading them. Let's send some more over. Good, we still have 2. Okay, good. You're going over the Balmung. If she ever gets there, it'll be good. That way we can put more pressure on for the invasion. But for now, I'm going to call this episode to a close. So, thanks for watching, and until the next one, take care.